Well, greetings. And today we get to meet John, and he is going to introduce himself and his company. So, first of all, thank you, John, for taking some time out of your busy schedule and spending with us this morning.
Of course, absolutely. My name's, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, just go ahead. Please tell us who you are
Yeah, of
and how do we find you and what your company is.
course. My name's John Savatos. I am the owner of Ground Floor Guitar, a guitar shop here in Omaha, Nebraska. We specialize in pre-owned instruments, a lot of high-end vintage stuff, and repair and restoration. We fix a huge chunk of our community's instruments. We sell a lot of great retail. We're very known for a lot of our high-end vintage type of pieces. And we also have stuff for the entry-level player. And we're a business retailer like no one else in our city, honestly. So we have a unique thing that we offer our community and patrons, and we love doing it.
Love it. Well, how long have you been in business, and what brought you to become this kind of a business owner and start this business?
Sure. So the shop was initially started in 2016, the brick and mortar version of the shop. We were a block down the street from our current location. Then we moved into our building now in 2018. I initially had a background in guitar and instrument building. Over 10 years ago, I attended like guitar building school. So what that's called is a luthier. And a luthier is an old world term for like lutes, like old medieval instruments that you see in like Renaissance paintings. That's like the term. So I did traditional college here in Omaha, and then I went to LUTHIER School out in Atlanta, Georgia. Moved out there, studied the art of guitar building and repair and restoration work. Then I ended up getting picked up by some touring bands. And I lived on tour buses for quite a number of years. I was the guy that would run out on side stage, fixing instruments in live performances with bands. Then in my off time, I started to develop a small following, fixing instruments locally in our music scene here in Omaha. And Omaha is very well known for a lot of our music that comes out of here. There's a lot of rock and roll, punk rock bands, all kinds of stuff. Our initial owner of the shop needed a guitar technician, and he is someone I used to tour with. Hired me on to become the guitar technician at the shop. I started doing that for a few years. Then he expanded his enterprise as an entrepreneur. Then in 2019, presented me with the opportunity to take over the existing business, which then by this point I was sort of running. And then in 2019, signed all the paperwork and took over as full-blown owner of the store.
Well,
And that's where we're at
congratulations. That's
now. And
exciting.
I've helped expand and grow the vision in a way which I would see fit to our community. I tweaked the business model a little bit, and it's been quite successful since. So just kind of getting an understanding of what people want, what our customers want. We're in a pretty newly gentrified neighborhood in Omaha as well. So there's a lot of opportunities that we have that maybe other businesses don't. It's a very hip community, lots of bars and restaurants and a lot of foot traffic, and we take full advantage of that. So we love being where we are.
Beautiful. Well, what an exciting time to be able to now put your fingerprints all over this and grow
Yeah,
it with the vision that you have. That's
yeah.
that's exciting. So let's talk about that a little bit because oftentimes we do meet people that have a subject matter expertise, right? Maybe they're trained to be a dentist and that they're at the chair side or electrician, and they've got these great technical skills, and now they're running a business and trying to figure out how to do that. So share with us what might be a surprise for you that you bumped into as becoming the business owner.
Sure. The biggest thing when I took over in 2019, within a few short months, COVID hit, and I had no idea what to do. I took out a large loan to try and reestablish the business, and that immediately turned into survival mode right out of the gate. you can never expect things like that. But, you know, that's one example. And obviously the COVID and the pandemic affected a lot of small businesses. We were lucky enough to get some funding and get through it. But some of the challenges are, you know, you never know what's going to happen in business. You know, it's not been the easiest ride, but every day is a little unique. And you got to roll with the punches. You know, the biggest thing is understanding your customers and being as flexible as you can, and managing your time and getting a full understanding of how the day-to-day works. And sometimes the day-to-day isn't what you can always expect. You know, in this kind of world, in retail especially, you know, there are slow days. There's also very busy days. But keeping a positive mindset and keeping, you know, an end goal in mind is crucial. You never know. There can be weeks that get you down with low sales. You know, we're often affected by foot traffic and stuff too. However, we are a destination shop. Our customers do seek us out from quite far and wide, and we have a business that is unique to what we do, and there's no other stores that offer kind of an experience like we have in sort of the whole the regional Midwest. So we're based in Omaha, like dead center in the country. So we get customers in from Iowa, South Dakota, Kansas City, and everywhere in between. So being flexible has been one of the in understanding how business can go up and down, but staying positive and getting through those challenging moments is really paramount. And keeping a positive attitude is one of the best things I can recommend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. You reference time management, or we call it time mastery. So,
Of course.
what insights do you have regarding work-life integration? I don't use the word balance anymore because I
Yeah,
don't believe that exists.
for sure.
Work-life integration, how do you approach that?
It's something I'm still working on. I do work quite often. I try and do my best by one of the key things that I found is I try never to take my work home with me. So I'm obviously at the store working a lot. However, once I'm done with work, I try my best to leave it at work. It allows me to separate my home life from the business. I know a lot of other business owners do oftentimes work at home. For me, home is my safe zone to de-stress from the day. So I try my best. I would rather work a longer day to get my work done. That way